what happened when Overwatch 2 dropped, and what kind of led me to switch back to Paladins. Overwatch 2 launches, and off rip, it has some bad queue times, right? DDoS attacks. Free-to-play games just have battle passes. This probably shouldn't shock many people, but yeah, it was controversial when it dropped. No on-fire system. They had basically taken things out of the game. So let's move on to Season 2. What happened in Season 2? Okay, so Season 1 wasn't that good. It was pretty bad, right? We got another new hero. You got a tank. You got a new map. And well, that's pretty much it. There's balance changes, of course. There's 2 events that have already happened. This is an alright mode, but what they haven't done is added modes that stay at this point. A new escort map. This isn't even a new push map, which is interesting. They made the new mode for Overwatch 2, and then they didn't even make a new map for it. There's only like 2 maps. Yeah, let's move on to Season 3. Does it get better? Oh, this time they don't even have a character, right? Cool. This one, they just bring back credits from Overwatch 1 so that you can get skins. That makes sense, except it just never should have gotten taken out. They changed matchmaking. They actually kind of broke it. And then World Cup challenges, or this is another blah season. It does nothing for anybody to retain people. One new map, and it's like another mid map. Season 4. This is when I dropped the game, matter of fact, because Lifeweaver was fun but bad. Star Watch was just bad. It was not very fun, and I played a couple matches of this and stopped. And then yeah, more battle passes and challenges that I didn't play. So you'll notice there's still not really any new good content. Season 5 is the same thing. No new character. Couple more side events, right? Beach volleyball, Lucio Ball's already been done. They finally, after 4 seasons now, they've re-added On Fire, and they had a good animated short, I guess. And then they took 2 modes they already had and made them competitive. So clap Overwatch, clap Overwatch. So at this point, I've stopped playing. Now I'm going to come back and play this, right? You got Alari, and then finally a new mode again. Finally, in my opinion, it is boring. You have to walk too much. They added 2 maps for it. Again, like, they're just doing this thing where they're adding a new mode, but they're not adding very many maps for it. So even the new mode is kind of repetitive. And then down here, they're just re-releasing all of the the modes from before. They added the co-op. Do you know what's really good about the co-op? Oh, they're really boring, and you have to pay for them? Oh, so you only get this one right here for free, and then you have to pay for these 3? But this one is absolutely dog shit and boring, and I didn't want to replay it? Wow, who would have thunk, right? Who would have thunk? Hero Mastery, this is cool. It's not even out with this season though. And player progression doesn't carry over anything from before. I almost skipped the Steam page that dropped with Invasion. You see August 10th here, August 10th. The drop of Invasion, it comes to Steam, and we have a 9%. We're doing good things here, Overwatch, good things. Let's go check it out. Let's boot up the game. What's really cool here? So, humongous cast, great cast. They all have a lot of lively skins. What you'll notice, however, is my heroes are all level 1. Well, how does that make any sense? I have 45 hours on this character. Right, I've played a billion. Oh wow, it only shows dead ass? Well, that's lovely. You can see my 254 hours of competitive time, and I can see none of it here. Thank you, Blizzard. So far, we're off to a great start. Let's go ahead and check the modes. Well, I already told you the missions suck, right? There are 4 of them. This is the free one that is only available for 20 more days, apparently. And then these are the ones that you get to pay for. What else is there? We have unranked, which is just the standard modes, mystery heroes, and then deathmatch, which is free for all. Cool. Of course, this was what was launched basically with the game, except they didn't have the queues separated. They have arcade modes. These are kind of fun. You know, you could do no limits. You can do TDM, 1v1s, 5v5s. One thing, like I said, that you do notice is the polish. So like the actual, you know, how the game looks, how it sounds, how it feels when you get a headshot, right? Like, you know, all the different buttons you press. It feels good to be playing Overwatch, right? We all know this shit. Now let's move on to Paladins, right? This is a game that has always been free to play since Overwatch 1 came out. Let's look at it. Wow, there's a lot more champions, right? First thing you'll notice, they both have a new champion. Let's go see it. When you click on the new champion, instead of immediately showing you the skins and stuff that you can buy, you see the abilities, which you can go in depth and look at the numbers for, and you can see the talents. Talents are cool. Talents are special. Every character here has 3, right? It doesn't matter which one you go to, they will all have 3. So some of my lower level characters, you unlock them by playing the character and doing well. There is progression in this sense. Now, there's still skins, not as many. I don't think they're quite as good as Overwatch skins. And once we get in game, you'll see like gameplay is not quite as good, but there's still emotes, there's still MVP poses. One thing I do wish this game still had that it used to was play the game. That's like the one thing that I do really like about Overwatch that this doesn't have. But now we're going to get to the next spot, which is loadouts. You see here, there are 16 different cards, and you can pick each one of them, change them as you will, put whichever ones you like, and down here you have up to 15 points you can spend on them to mix and match, you know, whatever you want. And obviously if you go over, you can't, you know, do it. They do cap at 5, so there's balance to them. But you know, every character gets one. There's default ones for characters you've never played before, right? Everybody, you see these ones without the X on it. This is just a generic one, and it kind of gives you a base template for, you know, what the game guides you to play, right? This says Umbral Lance, that's the title of it. It's built for you to use this talent. So if you don't want to get into it, you don't want to dive deep, or you don't understand the character, it's your first time, you can just use the basic decks they give you and you'll do fine. But eventually you'll be like, oh, well, I really like this ability, right? Let's go over to Genos. Look, I have 3 different presets for my Genos. This one will make it so my Void Grip, which is his bumper ability right here, where you pick up people, built it so that you could use this talent, and basically whenever you pick them up, your team focuses them, they die, and then you get a reset on the grip so you can use it again. And this is a support, and I can use it to get kills with it. Or I could be very basic, I could be normal, and this is my Astral Mark build where I get healing, I get reduced cooldown, I get increased range on the heal. Then it works better with Luminary, right? It's a different build for a different talent where all of my allies get affected by the Astral Mark. You actually start with 8 characters unlocked from from the base game right when the game released. So you'll see down here I have the 645 is paid currency, but there is free currency in this game as well. There's always been. And for a character like Shaolin, it's 30k, Shaolin, right? Or 200. Another thing with the DLC here is that since it's a free-to-play game, its monetization is not much better. It is, $15 to get a mount in game. It is $30 to unlock most of the champions. It's $15 to get the seasonal thing or whatever. There's money to be spent here. Past the loadouts, there's another tab where you can see a whole description of the character, and you can see your level with the character. And you see right here, level 50, you unlock gold. You get it's like unlocking a camo. This, in my opinion, is way better than comp points because it's a really long grind for people that are not very good at the game. It's gonna take you like 2 seasons to get a gold, right? 1 gold for 1 character, and you probably play different characters because you had to play all these different modes. Whereas this, you just say, okay, I want to play Fernando. I'm just gonna play Fernando, dude. And eventually you're gonna get gold, right? At least there's a payoff for maining a character, for getting really good at them and making a good deck for them, figuring out what all the talents do. It's more fun to do. Modes. There are only 3 normally. There is an extra one, and then ranked, and that's pretty much it. There's training, but this is it. This is the whole game. There's no extra bullshit. It's very simple. Like I said with the talents, there's 3 different ways for me to play every character. So we can do this. You're waiting to go to the middle of the map, right? You got like 40-second planning period or whatever it is, sure. You sit here and you actually get to buy. You get credits. You don't normally start with this many, but slowly you can pick these different items to buy that change each and every game that you play. There's talents. There's the different maps that make, obviously with with hero shooters, there's a difference. Like there's sniper maps, there's maps where shotguns and close range stuff are going to be better. Now in Paladins, there's 3 talents, so 3 different ways each character is built. There is loadouts, so there's a billion different possibilities as far as, how they can get their health back, how fast they reload, how much damage stuff does, how long stuff lasts, right? Like there's a billion different things that can be changed in just a loadout. This is kind of what you want to do when you understand the game and you kind of know what the other team is looking at, right? So you look at your character. I'm playing a damage right now. Well, if I'm playing damage, I probably want to get increased reload speed, right? I want to do more damage to shields. I want to get health after getting a kill, right? I'm playing a flank. I want to move faster, right? I might need to destroy a turret or a pet or anything. Or they might have an invis character. Okay, let's get illuminate. There's a million different ways you can customize each game to be different. That makes it feel way less stale to me. Right, Overwatch is the same game. If I go in and I play, if I play Tracer, right, I'm a Tracer main. Every single game that I play Tracer is going to be the same. Like it is the same loop. I'm going to be dashing the same. You're going to be doing the same damage. You're going to use the same ult. And it's only going to change based on your opponent and the map. Whereas in Paladins, you have control. You get to decide, I'm going to change my loadout. I'm going to change what I buy this game. I think it's more fun to say, okay, well, I'm going to play Vivian. And I'm going to be really good at just sitting here and holding down the fire button for a million years. And I'm going to get infinite ammo and, right, like, look at this damage. Or I'm going to be a Vivian that really likes the mines. And I'm going to make them so that they blow up now. Or I really use her shield a lot. Let's buff the shield. whatever you like about a character, you can buff it and you can make it fun for your play style. You can change your profile pic and stuff like that, like you can in Overwatch. You can change your announcer, which is really cool and fun. So as you heard there, if I get a double kill really fast here, you'll hear that's not the default announcer. So there's just so much to customize in this game. There's so much that you can do and change, and there's so many ways to replay the same game that Overwatch is lacking. There's something to be said with replayability and customization and progression. There's more characters to play in this game, even though they're not all good. The last thing I didn't say that I'm not going to actually demonstrate here, but if you play ranked, there is actually a ban and pick and select system. On some maps, like I said earlier, if you need a sniper, it might be smart to say, well, I don't have a good sniper on my team. I'm just going to ban the snipers. So let's just eliminate it, right? Or you do have it and let's ban something else. And then my first pick has got to be that sniper because I don't want them to get it, right? There's another layer of thinking. It does make the games take longer. It turns people off, I think. For hardcore people, it makes the game more fun because there is that much diversity in the game that you might say, like, this character is way too good on this map, or there's this character that's really bad into the comp we want to play. Let's ban it, right? It's not necessarily for just the casual person, obviously, the way that Overwatch might be more marketed for just somebody that wants to pick up a game and play. But I really do think the variety that this game offers and the depth to it does speak for itself. I've been really enjoying Paladins. I don't see any reason why I would go back and play more Overwatch, honestly. Please go ahead and drop a comment if you've been playing Overwatch 2 or if you've been playing Paladins, right? Which one do you like better? Yeah, that's where we're at, man.